it's always men that anytime I say an issue that women have, they always turn it back on themselves.
Yeah.
I've said men have these issues or whatever, and you continue to go on and on and on, and you don't acknowledge it.
Which issues?
Hold on. Men do not take accountability ever. Ever.
Amen. 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 Say it for the idiots in the back.
Which issues?
Particular in general.
Anytime a girl says anything to a guy like, hey, I think men should do something different, they're like, oh, you just date the wrong men. Is this a global problem?
No.
Like every woman.
No,
No,
Torsia, you're turning it on. She literally said, 80% of divorces are initiated by women, and she said 80% of divorces are initiated by women because it's men's fault. And now you're turning it around on me. I didn't say that.
Hold on. So you don't think it's men's fault?
I don't. I don't think the majority of the reason why divorces end are men's fault, because then more men would fucking file for divorce. It is ridiculous.
No,
you would see gay couples.
They're comfortable. They're not going to file for divorce when they're comfortable. Oh. That girl, that woman in Wichita, the 168-pound woman, her chubby husband would cheat on her in an instant if one of these girls gave him a look.
But most men can't. Most men don't cheat.
He's just not acting like a fuckboy, like the ones that we encounter on a daily basis. But given the opportunity, that man will still do her wrong every single time.
So your belief is like incessantly through evolution, men are just flawed, and there's no possibility of us having happy relationships.
If women are all having a collective experience and saying the same things about men who also don't go to therapy. And I know there's like a thing, the whole feminist took over, but like men won't go to therapy. Men won't address their problems, and they fight to like tooth and nail to say that it has to be the
problems?
woman.
No, I'm not saying it has to be the woman.
I'm
saying both sides have to work at it, and then when one side stops to work at it, then they go and file for divorce, and then women are incentivized to divorce men because of the way the marriage laws work. Go ahead.
Are men not collectively all saying the same things about women?
That's my point. We're having a common experience as well. That's the point I'm trying to make. If you go on dating apps and 80% of men are deemed to be unattractive, they're having a common experience as well. That's the point.
I never said that wasn't true. It's always men that anytime I say an issue that women have, they always turn it back on themselves. Yeah. Why don't you guys take like a second? Hold on.
For the third time, I've asked you for one thing that we're responsible for.
But
what we're accountable for.
I'm trying to answer the question. Are you triggered?
I don't think I'm triggered. Go ahead.
He's fucking triggered.
We got him, girls.
No one's trying to get anybody. We're trying to come to like a mutual understanding, right?
That's what's going on, for sure. Go ahead, Torsia. What was the thing that I need to take accountability for? Can you specifically talk? No, in general, in men. What is the thing we need to take accountability for that we're not taking accountability for?
I think men have a tendency to do things out of self-interest, and then they blame the women for doing
unsavory actions.
Maybe
unsavory actions.
Like I think men and Rolo,
for example.
Hold on.
Like the boyfriend that stays out all night, comes home at 5, 6 a.m. and then does well, you knew where I was. Like, I'm sorry.
Do you think most men are like it? Do you think most men are cheating? Is that what you guys think?
I mean, I'm not saying that they're cheating. I'm just saying that they're doing something that if their female counterpart was to do that they would lose their minds.
Well, you're like the penthouse pet of 22. Like, who the fuck is doing that to you?
But
you'd be surprised, Rolo. You'd be surprised.
But you were saying that men do everything for sex, right?
No, what I said with the original thing was, in general, women's validation comes from attention and resources, and men's validation comes from compliance and sex. Yeah.
So don't you think that because of their inherent nature that men are always going to operate to get that? So it's always going to be self-interest. Like, I'm going to do this so I can get
transactional.
But there's no way. There's no way you can't say that about everyone. And also, the men who go die for their country, that's not self-interest. So like,
I agree,
men can have unconditional love for their country, their family. They're willing to protect and die for the tribe. Like self-interest causes me to go kill the gazelle and keep it for myself, not kill the gazelle and bring it back to the tribe. That's why I don't think men are only interested in self-interest any more than women are.
Men are the only species in the world that kill their own kinship or whatever.
Kill their own kin? No. Lions do. You're talking about males. Lions.
War. Like, we are the only species, males in particular, that kill their own kind.
No. Elephant bull seals.
Patently false.
Yeah.
Chimpanzees.
Yeah. Elephant bull seals, like they all kill themselves.
Michael and Rolo,
but
tell me something right now. Do you think that men in their 30s and 40s are going for women in their 30s and 40s?
No, they're going for whatever they can get.
Okay, so if the men are
And
all
they're getting
collectively
nothing.
having this experience where they feel like women are not giving them the time of day or respect, or they're not good women, it's because they're not dating the women that are ready to be wives or that are in the place of being that kind of woman. They want to date the 19, 20, 21, 22-year-old that is at the bar.
For sure.
And they're surrounding their entire narrative of women not being good and not giving them attention because they're all going after that immature woman who doesn't want what they want.
So what you would say is that a guy should wait till she's through that phase where she's young and immature and doesn't want to settle down.
How about you date your age?
Right,
Stop saying I want to date a 20-year-old woman when I'm 47.
Why?
No, go ahead. Listen.
Why is that wrong?
Because do you think that 20-year-old wants to have your children? She just graduated high school a year ago.
Maybe.
She's out at the bars and partying. Sure. If you're finding a girl that's 19 and hasn't left the house and done anything and doesn't have an urge or desire to go out and party and drink and live her life, then you found yourself a unicorn. That's great. Wipe her up if she's ready for that. I don't know any 18, 19, or 20-year-old girl that just graduated high school that's like, I really want to find a 40-year-old man.
Depends on how conditioned by society you were.
I'm sure in some small towns where it's just like having married kids.
That happens in small towns.
Right,
but not here.
Let me throw something out here really quick.
Like this idea that there's 35-year-old men that are just able to date 20-year-olds in some plethora is fucking imaginary. That is not what's happening.
That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that's what they're going for. That's what they're going for. So that's what their experience is. And that's what all the collective.
But they're getting nothing. My point is, you guys don't understand.
Why do you think you're getting nothing?
No, my point is, men in general, if you listen to Richard Reeves, if you listen to Richard Reeves or Scott Galloway, there's the inequity with men. It's like, you keep saying that these men are bad, but it's like the worst.
I didn't say the men were bad. Oh my God.
You didn't.
My God.
Hold on, wait, time out. Can we replay the tape? Can we replay the tape? No. When you were sitting there blaming men for these things before, it's actually the men who have the worst narcissistic, most solipsistic fucking properties that are getting the most vagina. Your argument is actually turned on its head.
Because they're the best liars.
Okay, but that's fine if you want to say that they're best liars, but that's the thing. The rest of men are looking there like, hey, man, we're what about us?
Then talk to your dudes. Collect everybody, all the guys with dinglings. Tell them, hey, sit down. Okay, you right here. You two narcissists are making us look bad.
But hold on. But when we do, YouTube gets rid of our channel.
That's not my problem.
When we do, TikTok bans us.
I didn't do it.
When we do, people are told to watch Disney movies and go watch the fucking Barbie propaganda.
Why is that wrong? Why is it wrong that an older guy wants to get with a younger chick?
I don't have a problem with that.
Why is it wrong?
I think it's wrong.
It's not wrong that he wants to, as long as obviously that she's of age. What's wrong is that when he keeps making that his life goal, and you see that these women in that age range do not want that, and it's
him
not
missing
working,
out on,
John,
potential.
just butt in, or she's not gonna stop.
And what about the women all chasing those small percentage of high-value men and expecting them all to commit?
Same problem. They are at fault for their own shit as well. 100%. If women are only trying to hold out for that 1% man, that athlete, that Drake, that whoever, then that's their problem as well.
So then that's also your
100%.
problem, and you need to tell all the chicks who have cooters at the table
to go to therapy. They need to go to therapy, and they need to get therapy for all chasing after Drake.
But both of you follow me. I post on the daily on my story something about dating. Ladies, lock your legs up. Stop giving men stuff. They don't deserve it. Stop giving it to them. Stop giving it to them. Stop being okay with being the side chick. Stop being okay with being taken care of by a man that treats you like a plaything. Stop giving it to them. They're going to keep complaining that they don't get laid, but stop giving it to them. Period. Everybody's held accountable for their shit. You're not held accountable, but he's not. You're not held accountable, but he's not. Everyone's accountable for their shit.
Okay.
I think choose wisely.
Yes.
Not just stop giving it, just choose wisely.